Alright, what is happening? Good afternoon. Thank you, Ty, for the raid. Much appreciated, man. Congrats on the Shining Force CD World Record. Love Shining Force. So I hope everyone's doing well. Today we got a bunch of different things that we're going to be working on and playing. As always, we're going to start with a warm-up. I always play some tunes that I'm familiar with, just to kind of get the blood flowing. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's see, what do we have in store for a warm-up? Oh yes. Hope everyone is having a good Sunday. I'm just kind of lining up some tunes here, and then we're going to get rocking. Let's see. And a little bit of that. Beautiful. So for anyone that doesn't know, I am House of Grind. I do weekly retro and metal drum streams like this. I'm a professional technical and speed drummer. Been doing it a long time, and I love retro game music, so I thought it's a great combination and it's a lot of fun. Other days, I do speed running. I've done some deathless runs. We do channel point redemptions, all kind of stuff. On other days when we stream. So welcome in everyone. We're going to start off with a few familiar tunes from the Wizards and Warriors games. Again, this is just warm up before we get into our OSTs. So sit back, relax, and crank it up. Let's go. Yo, Hoblix, what's up, man? Yes, it is a lot of cymbals. 19 cymbals, 10 drums. It's all very crucial to the sound and my playing style. Let's do something from Fazanadu. Trying to find a damn hotel in Detroit. Ooh, jeez. I do wish you luck, my friend. Welcome back, Ty. Black Dahlia Murders show same damn weekend as ICP's Hollow Wicked, so they're outrageously priced. Hey, Birdman. Faxanadu is absolutely cool. One of my favorites. Sassy Girl. Thank you for the follow. Sassy Girl 687. Let's join the brutality. Welcome in. So we were just doing a little bit of a warm-up. Just like to get the blood flowing, break a little bit of a sweat, and then we get into our full OSTs. So I often will list, as you guys can see, sort of the planned OSTs. We do have a song request, which is generally it's either point redemption or bits. But potentially, if somebody comes to the channel a lot and hangs out a lot, I can look into potential requests. Yeah, so what you want to do, or I'm sorry, let's see, it should be, there it is. But let's see how things go, Sassy. Maybe we can check out what you requested, and maybe later on if we have some time. But we generally stick with retro gaming type stuff if it's something non-gaming related. It's usually something I'll check out afterwards, or I can have a discussion with the person that's requesting. The other thing too is non-gaming related stuff. They will often block in the replays, which kind of stinks. But I did save your request, so I have it in there, and we can see how things play out. So we're going to start out with the Ducktales 2 soundtrack for the NES. It's actually a soundtrack. Well, let me get my music going here. There we go. It's actually a soundtrack that I was not too familiar with. I loved the first DuckTales soundtrack for NES. And just checked out the second one recently and thought it was awesome. And it works great for drumming, so why don't we start with that? So sit back, relax, enjoy, and here is some DuckTales 2. What is going on, Cooler? House of Drummed! Yes. Mariano, it's nice to see you. Good afternoon. I'm glad you can make it, buddy. And Mr. Pizza Pizza. And Hoblick says, I could be remembering things wrong, but didn't you do drums on a song for Call of Duty? I did. It's a song from Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies, I think. It was a song called Archangel? Yeah, that's what it was. And so I wrote the full drum arrangement for that and tracked those in my studio. And then just got, and sent everything to Activision. So yes, sir, you can actually find that. It's right on my YouTube page. Just look up my name and then Call of Duty. I'm sure it would come up. It's a crazy song. It's really fast. It has all kinds of blast beats, but it was really cool to be able to bring my style of drumming into a video game, because I don't really think that approach to drumming had ever really been brought full on into a video game like that. So, and to be on a Activision game is pretty neat. So it's good to see everyone. Oh, let's see. Sassy dropped a different link, so I will open that for now, and then I will check it out in a bit. But we are going through the Ducktales 2 soundtrack. This was actually the one track that I wanted to point out is for the Egypt stage. It's the one track on the whole OST that has odd time signatures. There's a section where it goes into 7/4 or 7/8, depends how you count your downbeat or your quarter note. But it's pretty neat, really cool too. So we're gonna keep working through the Ducktales 2 soundtrack. Enjoy. I see a hydrate. Let's hydrate. It couldn't hurt. So Ducktales 2, I don't think I played, Ty. I mean, I played the crap out of the first one, and I was always very familiar with the soundtrack. It must have been late. I would assume it was late in the Nintendo cycle. So I might have already been moving over to 16-bit goodness. I don't know, but it wasn't one that I think I played. Oh, and I got some water here too. It's still, I like the soundtrack though. It's quite cool, so I'm glad I discovered it. It was late, like 93. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Hoblix. Alright, let's keep on going. Let's finish out DuckTales 2. And there we have it, the DuckTales 2 soundtrack. Mr. Manny Rods! Hey, sir! It is good to see you. Happy Sunday. You're exhausted just watching me. Well, it is a bit exhausting, but I've been doing it for so damn long. I'm used to it and conditioned for it, but it's a lot of fun. It's actually part of the reason, probably when I was younger, that I got into drumming, was sort of the energetic part of it, and then as I got a bit older and got more into the speed and technical aspect of drumming, I really liked the fact that it taps into really the physical connection with your body and mind as you're doing all this kind of stuff. And then I happen to love retro game music, so it's just a wonderful melding of it all. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Let's see. Is Sassy Girl still here? Match made in heaven. Thank you, sir. If anybody doesn't know Mr. Manny Rods, he does stream. And I highly recommend to follow, not to mention the great sound clips that he has from Mr. Mike Francesa. You got it, dude. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do... Now, if anybody was here a couple weeks ago, Man Shovel requested a song from the game Soldier Blade. And it was quite an intense tune. Soldier Blade is from the TurboGrafx 16, and I'd never heard it before. And, so we wanted to, just checked it out. It was a request that he put in, and it seemed like a really cool song, so I checked out the rest of the soundtrack. Yes, Pizza, I see you. Yes, you just have to be patient sometimes. And Pizza has gotten many shoutouts and raids before. But I'm glad you're here, Pizza. So, anyways, we're going to try the entire Soldier Blade soundtrack, which is... it's pretty intense. I think it's a shooter, and a lot of shooters I find... a lot of shooters I find are very sort of metal, very hard rock and metal in the style that they're designed for the soundtracks. Okay, we'll give Pizza a shout out too. There you go, Pizza. If you like Tetris and very fast Tetris, go check out Pizza. So we're going to try the whole Soldier Blade soundtrack. This one also had some pretty interesting arrangements. There's some weird odd times. Again, stuff that you guys might not recognize or be familiar with, but stuff that I had to think about. Bars of, I guess 15/8, and bars of 17/8, which is very, kind of throws you off. But I think I learned most of the odd time parts, so. Here we go. We're going to play the Soldier Blade soundtrack. It's pretty goddamn rockin'. So wish me luck and enjoy. Okay, short hydration break. Yeah, this is a really it's a really killer soundtrack. I'm not super duper familiar with it though. I've only listened to some of it. Maybe one time. But that's part of the fun of the stream, is sort of figuring some things out as we go. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Hopefully you guys are as well. Alright, let's keep on cruising. More Soldier Blade 2. Which NES game that isn't Castlevania has the most metal soundtrack? Oh, jeez. Offhand, I was thinking of Power Blade or Shatterhand. Those are quite metal. Man, Power Blade is so damn tight. Yeah, I know the Power Blade soundtrack quite well. I've done that on stream. It's one of my favorites, and the tempos are crazy. Speaking of tempos, I think the next two Soldier Blade songs, yes, the next two have really perfect tempos for what I like to do. So it should be fun. If anybody else has any thoughts on Hoblick's question, throw it in the chat. I'm sure I'm missing something. I was just kind of thinking what popped up, what popped up right away. Alright, let's do more Soldier Blade. Hi, Be Nice. Big Nick in the house. What's up? Welcome in. We're almost through the Soldier Blade soundtrack. We're just going to be finishing that out real soon. Get a little hydration action. Stopping in quick, out with my boys. Hope you're rocking the house. It's been really cool. I'd say there's a few tracks in particular that really stuck out, where the tempo fits really right down my alley, like the style that I really love playing. So, good stuff. Oh, hello, Icarus. Welcome on in, sir. And yes, you can definitely catch the replay. It'll be on Twitch for 14 days, and I always put, well, I'm a little bit behind with putting them up on YouTube, but you can always catch full replays on YouTube. Yo, no worries, Icarus. Yeah, we always shoot, unless something changes. You know, I'm trying to shoot for around this time on Sundays, so hopefully you're having some good luck working on those rigs and getting them done. We're currently playing through the Soldier Blade soundtrack, so we're going to finish that out. But yeah, it's good to see everyone. Sweet, glad it's going well. Gotta run, just wanted to support your drum stream today. I try to make it to everyone. Cool, well, it's much appreciated. So we're going to keep going. Let's finish out Soldier Blade for the TurboGrafx 16. Yeah, I will say it's sort of interesting. At the end of this soundtrack, so it appears that the soundtrack ended, so we went through final boss music, staff roll, game over. Then there's these particular tracks called Caravan Stage 1, Caravan Stage Boss, and Caravan Stage 2. Now, I'm not familiar with the game, but I'm wondering if there's, I don't know, some kind of bonus stages or something. It's just interesting that they play kind of, it feels like you went through the whole soundtrack and then there's these extra bonus levels at the end. So I don't know if anyone's familiar. So we just got 3 more tracks from the Caravan stages, which are pretty cool actually. So let's go, let's finish it out. Alright, this is the final track of the Soldier Blade soundtrack, which I'm super excited about. Great tempo. So let's kill it. Let's end on a high note for this soundtrack. Here we go. Alright, Killer. There it is. Soldier Blade for the TurboGrafx 16. So why don't we hydrate a little bit? Then we'll get into our next soundtrack. Oh, I see what it is. 1943, The Battle of Midway, which is a NES soundtrack, a game that I played quite a lot as a kid. I don't believe I ever beat it. I always liked 1943 much better than 1942. I think 43 had better graphics and more bells and whistles. But I definitely played the heck out of it. And I always remember it had a pretty memorable soundtrack. So we should be able to get some good jams out of it. Yeah, so for anybody else that maybe hasn't caught or doesn't catch my retro gaming streams during the week, I'm currently working on a speedrun for Ninja Gaiden 2, speedrun for Contra. We do Lufia 2 Ancient Cave Dive speedruns, which is a lot of fun. I'm also working through, what do we have, the game request, it's a channel point redemption for the game Crystalis for the NES. Which I've never played before, and I think we're pretty darn far through that, so the hope is maybe this week we can finish it. We'll see what happens. So yeah, so we're always working on fun goals. And then just trying to do some drumming every Sunday. So why don't we get into some 1943 for the NES. I'm not super duper familiar with it. I mean, I remember a lot of the tunes when I was a kid, but I don't remember exactly all of them, so we'll figure it out. All right, let's get rolling. Yo, yo, what is up, Glove? And Mr. Helldan Gore. Good to see you both. Hope you're having great Sundays. Whatever you're doing. We're jamming out to some 1943, the Battle of Midway for the NES. We've already done Ducktales 2. And we just finished Soldier Blade for the TurboGrafx 16, which was a real banger. Went to witness the beauty of nature today. Great day. Oh, good. It's always good to get outside and connect with nature. So good. Glad to see you guys. And we're going to keep on rocking out through some 1943. Oh, let me check in here, get a little sip. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. We did actually play that because DuckTales 2 has that in the beginning, just like DuckTales 1 did. D-Nice says, working hard over there. I believe your t-shirt was light gray when you started. Well, you can still see. It's partway there. That's what happens, but it's a good thing. In Germany, we would say, oh geez, Dr. House, what up? How's it going? Mevi Heddle, it's good to see you. Welcome in. It's going great, man. It's going great. We got about 25 minutes left. We're just jamming on some tunes. We're doing some 1943, The Battle of Midway from the NES. So we'll finish going through that, and then we'll see what else. We might go into that MegaDrive Genesis playlist. But good to see you. Thanks for stopping on in. And this is definitely a cool soundtrack. Not one that I've listened to that much over the years. Like I said, I played this game a ton as a kid, but hearing back a lot of the tracks in the OST is pretty cool. Alright, let's keep going. Let's finish it out. More 1943. All right, 1943, the Battle of Midway. So what we're going to jump into now is I have a really cool medley of a whole bunch of different Mega Drive and Genesis tunes. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, there's a wide variety of stuff in here. I may jump around a little bit or skip a track if I'm not feeling it. But there's some really cool stuff in here, a lot that I don't know. But some of what I listened to was really awesome. I mean, I don't know if we have people that prefer the Sega style writing and sound chips over what Nintendo did. I like them both for different things, so... Because I've done a couple of these Mega Drive medleys. Maybe we'll do something like a SNES one next week or something like that. Start getting some more SNES tunes in here. So yeah, why don't we just jam out on this for the last 20 minutes or so and see what kind of treasures we can uncover. All right, let's go. All right. We got popping in. Hey, Alexa. Hello to you as well. Good to see ya. Megatron, welcome in. Welcome on in. Congratulations. Getting in your big 20 run. And Tiber, welcome. Good to see you guys. We've been through a whole bunch of soundtracks. We're just doing a MegaDrive Genesis medley to end the stream today. So we got about 15-20 minutes of Genesis and MegaDrive tunes to check out. Finished 31st. How many? What was the total number of competitors? Do you know? Over 100 this time, wow. Oh, here we go, put some music on. Yeah, I'm not surprised that there was over 100. Well, there you go, man. Not bad then, top 31. Very cool. Well, now you can get back to your next quest, right, Megatron? Alright guys, let's keep on going through some tunes here. See if you recognize anything. Earlier on there was Streets of Rage 3, and I think there was a Midnight Resistance song in there, which I've done that soundtrack before. So you may recognize some of the stuff along the way. Yo, yo, McFly. Yes, it was a cool spot. Good call, man. I was not familiar with that tune myself, but it's quite rockin'. Hey, Zalai, welcome in. Good to see ya. I hope you're doing well, man. We're almost done here, but we're gonna go through a few more tunes. We're just doing a MegaDrive / Genesis medley. So we'll do a bit more. We'll keep on rocking out. But good to see everyone. right, where are we at? Well, we're about to hit 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, Ty, the command has to be updated on this Streamlabs, but it's 5,000 channel points. Okay, well, we'll do a final hydrate. And then I think we're going to call it a day here. Maybe I'll find something fun to end with. What would be a good song to end with? Alright, I have an idea here. Maybe we'll play one more song and then we're gonna call it a day. Alright, let's figure that out. I'm thinking something from Belmont's Revenge, maybe. Alright, we've got our last song of the day. This is the song Praying Hands from Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge on the Game Boy. Let's rock it out. Yo, Joystick Trip! What's up, sir? It has been a little while. It's good to see you. We are just about to start the last song of the stream. So it's one that I personally picked out. So it's good to see you, man, and enjoy. All right. Killer frickin' tune. It's funny, I have to be careful with soundtracks like that because I listen to one tune and it might, I might get a second wind. And that can be dangerous. Yeah, thanks so much, Agrius. Appreciate you being here. Alright, guys. Let's find out where we're gonna drop all of you wonderful people at. Let's see who's on. Huh. Not too many peeps on. I'm open for suggestions. I prefer a retro streamer that's, you know, not too large. If anybody has suggestions. Hey, old school, thanks for being here, man. It's always nice to have ya. Metal as always, that's what we do. If nobody has a suggestion, then we may just say goodbye. Stasio Cat is playing Super Metroid. Okay. Alright, that's a suggestion. Haldan, thanks for being here, bud. I'll see you soon. Hey, Poe. So I do know some Chrono Trigger. I actually did, I wrote a whole 8-minute metal medley of just Chrono Trigger tunes. It's on my SoundCloud. Yeah, I would say with Chrono Trigger, RPGs are a little bit tough because they have such a wide dynamic range of the song. So like some of them would work really well with drumming and some of them not so well. But if there was a particular Chrono Trigger song that you thought would work well with drumming, you could certainly request it and I could check it out. I mean, it's a phenomenal soundtrack, one of my favorites, so it would just have to be, you know, the right kind of tune. Phantasy Star battle music would be tight. Phantasy Star 4 really has a cool soundtrack, so I bet there's multiple really good tunes from Phantasy Star 4. I think we had, when we were doing one of those Genesis MegaDrive medleys, we did have a Phantasy Star 4 tune. Uh-oh, my battery is dying. Well, I got enough. Okay. Can always take the slow songs and pump up the tempo. For sure. This is true. Alright, so I got the suggestion from Old School, so that's what we're gonna do. Stasio Cat. Stasio. Let me make sure I spell it right. Stasio Cat playing Super Metroid. Good stuff. Alright guys, so we're going to say goodbye. Thanks again for everyone that did stop by. Appreciate ya. We will plan to be back here next Sunday, you know, around the same time, 1:30, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere in that general vicinity. I'm always open to suggestions or requests, so you could always whisper me if you have requests or suggestions, as I'm looking to find, you know, interesting, fun stuff to play along to. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. So as always, be honest, speak your truths, express your thoughts in a straightforward way. I'm House of Grind, and this is the Retro and Metal Live Drum Stream. Take care, everyone. We'll see you during the week playing some retro games. Take care and say what is up to Stasio Cat. raid has begun. Take care, all. See you soon.
What else do I have? Yo, what's up, House of Grind? Thanks for the raid. How's it going? What were you up to?